two. Today we are talking about two. My two-step formula to recruit top leaders. Are you in network marketing? Perhaps maybe you've been in a little while, or maybe you're brand new. And if you are, then this is definitely a live stream for you. My name's Summer Jeronimo, and if we haven't met before, I help network marketers that want to take their skill, their mindset, and their income to the next level. And if you are just jumping on, I'd love to give you a shout out. Go ahead and put where it is you are coming in from. I am out of Houston, Texas today. I was up in Dallas, Fort Worth for the past couple of days. It's been awesome. Looks like I have Elizabeth, Umberto, where are you guys coming on from? Hey, Kay, what's up? Mr. Geronimo, great to see you guys. Go ahead and drop where you coming in from. Well, while I'm waiting to see what you got to say, so we're going to talk about today the notorious chicken list. If you have been in network marketing for any length of time, we've all been told to get started by building our list of names, right? We start by making our list of connections, and then we have some people that we undoubtedly would love to touch base with, but I don't know, they're a little intimidating. Hence the chicken list, right? And so that's what we're going to talk about today. We're going to talk about my two-step formula to approach top leaders. So if you're just jumping on, love to give you a shout out. What's up, Mystery? I see Mildred. I see Bernie. How are you guys? Where are you coming on from? Go ahead and drop where are you coming in from today. Hey, Carlos. How are you? So this past weekend was awesome. My husband and I went up to Dallas, Fort Worth. We spent some time there. We were with 6- and 7-figure earners, leaders in the profession. And the first day, we got to spend some time masterminding. We got to spend some time hanging out and talking shop with some of the one percenters in network marketing, people at the very top of their game. And it was awesome. And so I'm going to share with you one of the subjects that came up there, which was like, how do you recruit the whales? How do you talk to top leaders that you have on your list? You know, it's one of the questions that I think a lot of people have and is super intimidating for a lot of people, especially if they're new, or let's say they've been in the business a while and really haven't had, you know, maybe the results they were hoping to see just yet. And so, guys, where are you popping in from? What's up, Miss Trisha? Hey, girl. Hey, Kate, how are ya? Guys, go ahead and put where you coming in from, and do yourself a favor. If you are in network marketing right now and you have a team of people, this may be something that you would want to share with your team. If you want your team recruiting more leaders, then hit the share button and we can invite them to join the party and come on with us. So what's going on, guys? If you were in Dallas, Fort Worth this weekend, if I got a chance to see you, or maybe you were in town visiting, I'd love to give you a shout out. Go ahead and put Dallas, Fort Worth in the comment section. If you're watching live, you can drop a hashtag live, or if you're watching on the replay, you can put the hashtag replay. So, question for you guys. I'm not really seeing comments coming through, so I'm assuming you're putting them down there, but they're not rolling up on my screen. So, question for you guys, because I always like to kind of talk to you. Let's have a conversation, right? Have you made a list of names when you join network marketing? If you have, then go ahead and drop a 1 in the comment section. If you made a list of names, then you're doing the first step. You're doing the first thing right. That's what every company will tell you is when you first get started, you're going to go through your phone, you're going to go through your Facebook, you're going to go through your Instagram, whatever you have, and make those lists of connections, because your network is kind of your net worth, right? I mean, the more people you know, the more people you can connect with, the higher income's going to be, and especially in what we do in network marketing. So if you had made a list before, go ahead and drop a 1 in the comment section. Now, undoubtedly, once we make this list, a lot of times there's people on there, like we have our, all these names that we've come up with, and there's people that we know could be awesome, but they're a little intimidating to talk to. Like, we're just not quite sure what the response is going to be. We're maybe a little intimidated by them because they've had a lot of success in the past. Has anybody ever felt like this before? Have you felt this way? If you have, throw me an emoji up there, drop me some hearts, drop me some love. I want to hear what you have to say. And this is a common thing, is that a lot of times when people get started, They start by talking to people that they feel really comfortable with. They start by talking to people that they're not intimidating, or maybe they know that they should go for this person over here, but it's a little nerve-wracking. So instead, what do? We talk to everybody else on the list. And so today we're really focusing on how to recruit those leaders, how to get in touch with your A players, people that you know could be like highly influential in your team, highly influential if they partnered with you. Do you know what I'm talking about? Hey. My husband says he's downstairs. Yes. Finally, I'm seeing comments. Okay, awesome. I got Canada in the house. I got Missouri City. Hey, Shauna, how are you? What's up, Carlos? DFW, woohoo! All right, we must have had a really long lag there because finally I'm seeing the comments coming through. So thanks for hanging with me, guys. Okay, cool. So we've all made our list. Now, have you had the people that were a little nerve-wracking to talk to? Have you ever felt like that before? If so, then maybe let's just put the word chicken in the comment section, because we've all had the people on the chicken list. And so here's what we're going to do. We're going to talk about the two-step formula that you can use to approach those top leaders. Okay. Now let me frame it a little bit. Okay. There's two types of people typically in our profession. People that go and approach other network marketing professionals, like, you know, maybe they have a big team, they got thousands of people on their team and we want to hit them up. And then there's people that are not in network marketing, but we know that they're leaders, right? And so for this particular time, I'm going to talk about those people. And then if you guys have an interest in it, let me know, drop some comments below and we can talk about, how do you actually bring over big teams and things like that. But just for people that are like, maybe you're just getting started, or, maybe you have people in your team and they've been in a little while and they have those superstars on their list, but they're not quite sure how to approach them. Okay. So we're going to talk about that. So let's just imagine this. For most people in society, we'll say on a scale of 1 to 10, if 1 is, let's say, not the most ambitious person, like perhaps, I don't know, somebody that's still staying with their parents and they're mooching off of them and sleeping on the couch. You know what I'm talking about? You might have someone like that on your list. And then let's say 10 is like the top influencer. It's the person that you really hope to attract into your business. You would love to approach them. It would be amazing. Maybe they're a leader at church. Maybe they're a business owner. Maybe they are, somebody that that's highly connected in the community. Like they could be somebody that maybe is in charge of like the PTA or something that that this person, they could be downright awesome if they joined your team. All right. So on a scale of 1 to 10, if 1 is the not ambitious person and 10 is the most successful person, most people when they get in and get started, they start kind of like towards the bottom, right? They start with the people that they're comfortable with, the people that feel easy to talk to, the people that are not intimidating. Okay. And so we're talking about going for that upper level echelon, like the people that could be just knock it out of the park. So how are we going to approach them? What are we going to do? Well, there's 2 parts to this. The first one is obviously we have to ask them to take a look at what we're doing, right? And this is usually where a lot of people get super intimidated, and so they don't even begin. They don't even get past go. They don't even get started with it. So how can you approach those people in a way that would be the most comfortable for you and you can still get an opportunity to get in front of them? So one of the things that I like to do is appeal to their greater good, appeal to the highest person that they are. Like, everybody, I think there's an innate thing inside of all people that we want to help other human beings. And, obviously if somebody gives a compliment or somebody edifies another person, that feels good. Like if someone says, man, you look awesome, or, I appreciate you so much. I appreciate what you've done in business. I appreciate what you've done in the church. I appreciate what you've done in whatever that you think that they did a great job in. That makes people feel good. And so to start off, the approach is you want to connect with them in whatever fashion is the way that you talk to this person. So if you're a texter, you're going to be doing this on text. If you're a Facebooker, you're going to be hitting them up on Facebook. If you're a caller, or you mostly talk to them when you're in person, whatever you normally do when you communicate with this person is how you want to connect with them. That's the first tip, okay? The second part is you basically just want to say, hey, listen, I have a business project I'm working on, and I really respect you. You've done really, really awesome in XYZ, whatever they've done great at, and I'd love it if you take a couple minutes and give me your opinion. would you help me out? And they're going to say, yes. You've appealed to their ego. You told them how wonderful they are. You've told them how you appreciate them and you respect them for what they've done, right? And so they're going to say yes. And so your goal is to get in front of them. Now, for 98% of the people on your list, if you want, you could do like a video or something where it's not maybe taking a lot of time, but for your A players, for the people that are your superstars, it's kind of important that you give them the time of day. You give them that FaceTime. You either get in front of them for a one-on-one or you do a Zoom meeting with them, something like that, because they're a high caliber person. Now, I'm just curious, of the people that I have on with me right now, which of you guys are doing live meetings where you're meeting with people in their homes? What's up, Monica? How are you? Where are you coming in from, girl? So, which of you guys are meeting with them directly, right? Meeting in the home or meeting for coffee or something like that. And who all is doing online stuff? You doing it live or you doing it online? Let me know. Drop a note in the comments and let me know. So I would recommend that whichever one that you do, whether you like to do it live, if you do like to do it live, definitely get in front of them personally. If you're an onliner, awesome, I'm all for that too. Then I would recommend going the way of Zoom. Now, if you've never heard of that, it's zoom.com, zoom.com. It's basically kind of like a FaceTime interface that you can use for anybody anywhere in the world. It's almost like you're gonna get together for coffee, but it will be virtual. So it's pretty awesome. So Monica's doing it live. What about you, Marina? What about you, girl? What are you doing? Are you doing live meetings or are you doing stuff online? So let's talk live because that's what I like to do a lot of as well. So we have the appointment. We appealed to their greater good. We appealed to their higher self. We told them how awesome they are, how much we respect them, and why. And so now we're going to get up a time to meet with them. Now, what the heck are we going to do in that meeting? Have you ever wondered that? Have you ever been in a spot where like you had somebody and you knew that they were going to be so awesome, but like the thought of meeting with them for the one-on-one just like terrified you? You're like, oh, now what do I do, right? If that's ever been you, then drop a yes in the comment section. So let's talk about this. So when you meet up with them, let's say you're going to meet with them for coffee. A couple of my top places are, you might do Panera Bread, you might do Starbucks, you might do like a La Madeleine, someplace where you're not going to have to worry about like a waiter or a waitress coming to you, and you're going to have some time where you have an open space, so you don't have too much commotion. I wouldn't do it at their work or at a place maybe where their kids are running around and be super distracting, right? So you're going to get the one-on-one. You sit down with them. The first couple of minutes, they're like there and they're like, okay, I'm ready, I'm excited. Great to see you, Cece. How are ya? I hope you made it home safe. So you're doing your one-on-one and you first sit down. In the beginning of this meeting, what I would like to do, and this is the second part in our two-step process. So our two steps. Step number one is get your appointment. Step number two is obviously we're going to meet with them and share with them what you have. So we're meeting with them. What's that beginning part look like? Well, talk about why you invited them there. Hey, you know what? I'm working on a new business project. I know, you've had a lot of success with your business, and you just kind of tell them why you appreciate them and spend a minute or two edifying them or honoring them or letting them know why you respect them. Okay? Because that's going to set them up for the right frame of mind, because now they're preparing to give you feedback, right? Because that's what you ask for. You ask for feedback. So they're preparing to give you feedback for whatever it is that you're about to show them. So you're going to edify them. Then when you're ready to transition, right, you're going to transition into, it's time for you to talk about your company. It's time for you to talk about what you have. And sometimes this can be the part where you're like, okay, now what do I do, right? So it's time to do that. So here's what I would do. If you are in a company where you have a credibility piece, this is the time to lay that trump card, okay? If you have been featured in Success from Home, or you have some kind of special study about your company, or you have some kind of special testimonial or results, but specifically some kind of a magazine would be really, really effective. So this is when you could take that magazine and, kind of slide it across the table to them and say, hey, have you ever heard of this? And they are probably going to pick it up, start looking at it, and they may probably tell you no. They may say that they have, or they may say no. But they start looking at it, say, hey, you know what? I I came across this, and kind of share your story, share your why, share, what caught your attention about this and why you got to looking at it. Hey, Maria, thanks for joining us. What's up, June, Pat, how are ya? So you want to share kind of like why are you building the business? So you say hello by edifying them. Then you lay your credibility piece, then you share like what caught your attention, right? So you could say, hey, you know what? I first found out about this, 6 months ago, 3 months ago, whatever. I first found out about this. And you know what? For a long time, I've been working, my spouse was working, we had so much going on. And, we just found out that, one of our big goals was we were really wanting to get ahead financially. And I knew that working as a nurse or working as a hairdresser or working as a truck driver, whatever you do, I knew that I really couldn't see a way to do that. But one of our big goals was to pay off our house. And so this was something that kind of was like an answer to prayer. It came into our life. We looked at it. It seemed to make a lot of sense. And, I think this is something that I'm going to use as a vehicle to help me get ahead financially and pay off my house. Or, whatever your story is. Hey, you know what? Johnny's 5 now, and in just a few short years he'll be getting ready for junior high, and then high school, and college is right around the corner. I want to be ready. I want to have the ability to send Johnny to whatever college he wants to. I want to pay cash for that. And you know what? This is something that I found that I could do part-time to really help put that college savings together for my son Johnny, right? So you share something that's like your reason why. Why do we do that? Well, if this person is your friend, if you told them that you honor and respect them, if you share a little bit about the company, you lay that credibility piece down, and then you share with them like why your heart's involved, like you're just kind of like softening them up a lot for what you have to share. Because now they're like, oh man, I see why you have an interest in this. I see the need, and this may be the answer. I don't know, show me what you got, right? They're here to listen, right? So at that point, then you want to go ahead and, of course, if you have a product, have them sample the product and get into it a little bit, but then you want to give them a nice overview. So if you have a presentation flip chart, this would be the time to use it. Or let's say your company has like a video that they put together where it kind of gives a whole overview. It talks about the product, talks about being a customer, and then it also talks about being a business partner. Then this would be the time to share all of that info. Hey, Alicia, great to see you, girl. Did you make it home safe and sound? Hope you made it back good. Let me know. So this is kind of what you want to do at this point, is just share everything with them. So we started off, we, met with them for coffee. We, edified them and said why we were so glad that they could meet with us. We laid that credibility piece. We shared our reason why. We did the business owner overview. And then what's the last part? What's the last part of any meeting you do? Any guesses? If you have a guess, drop it in the comment section. Let me know what your thoughts are. I'm going to wait and see what we have to say here. What's up, Crusita? How are you? Hey, Norma. Great to see you. Any guesses on what you do at the very end of any meeting? Close! Monica, you are the winner, my dear. Yes, this is when we do the close. This is when we invite them to join us, right? This is the moment we've all been waiting for. We have the top person here. We're excited. We've showed them everything. We've shared our heart. Now we're going to close. What's up, Paula? Great to see you. So now we're going to close. And closing is so very important. Now, with what we do, my background is a little bit in sales, okay? And I've done so much in personal development, but there's a simple 5-step close that I use every single time I meet with someone. Whether I'm on the phone, whether I'm doing a Zoom, whether I'm meeting a person in person, whether I'm doing a one-on-one, whether I'm doing a home party, whether I'm doing a big meeting, there's kind of the same 5 steps we use every time. Now I'm going to give you the first part, and I have something that will give you the other steps just for the sake of time if you want to hear more on how the close works, okay? So once we're done with everything, I've showed it to them, we've gone through the whole deal. Then the next question, which is super important, okay? Super important, is you're just going to say, hey, what did you like best about what you saw? What did you like best about what you saw? That's the first part of your closing. And that's gonna lead into some further stuff that will help bring them to the finish line. But what you'll find is that if you talk to people that are very high caliber and you tell them why you respect them and you tell them, why you would like them to look at it, that a lot of times people are gonna give you the goodwill, they're gonna sit down with you, and you know what? I had a friend, okay, she's a top income earner. I don't even know what she makes. Couple $100,000 a month in network marketing. She's the number one income earner in her company. So here's the deal. She had a friend that did this exact scenario. Called somebody on the chicken list, said, hey, I'd love to get your opinion. I have a business project I'm working on. I'm looking for some people that, might be a good connection for me. The prospect that was her top prospect that came to the meeting, she came with a list of people that she thought would be good. And what was interesting is after she went through this process, after she listened to everything and took it all in, she said, you know what? I brought this list of referrals for you, but this looks like something I want to do, right? And so she ended up recruiting that prospect, which was like somebody that scared the bejeebies out of her to talk to, but they ended up joining her business. She already had her list of names and they were ready to roll. And so, for many of you who were at this weekend and you just came to, a big event with a company and now you're like jacked up and ready to go, we have the whole year in front of us. You're in a new season of life. You're in a new beginning. Start and aim high. Like shoot for the moon. Go for the very best that there is, right? Take those people that maybe you've had on your list for like a year or 2 years, or like you've had them on there for a really long period of time and you are just intimidated to talk to them. Use the things that we just talked about here. Use step 1, right, where you connect with them, and then step 2, where you show them what you have. And you know what? By you being true and genuine and authentic and just sharing it with them, you will be surprised how many of them will honor you back by either referring people or by actually deciding that this is a great fit for them in their life right now. And so if you are at a spot right now where you're like, okay, I am ready to do this. Let's knock it out of the park. It's going to be awesome. Oh, my husband's so sweet. That's why I keep him around. Babe, you're amazing too. And so if you're at a spot in your life where like you are ready, you're not fooling around. Like you have come, you've drawn that line in the sand, you're ready to get to the finish line, and you know that you're going to be meeting with some of your top prospects, then I want to know. Go ahead and drop a T in the comment section, T for top prospects. Because what's going to be really important is that when you are meeting with those people, you want to know how you bring them to a yes decision. You want to know how you get them to the finish line. We've already done all this work, but how do we close effectively? And after someone that's already been through thousands of closing situations, I have a little cheat sheet, something that will help you. You can look it over, you can kind of take it all in, and then when you go into your meeting, you can use the same exact 5 steps that I have used in hundreds of meetings that have brought, thousands of people to our team. And so that is my closing cheat sheet. So if you would like that, once we finish here, I'm going to drop a link here in the comment section. Click on that link. It's going to take you off. It's going to ask for your email, just put that in, and then it's going to give you access to my closing cheat sheet. So that's my special gift to you. Guys, I hope you enjoyed this training. It was great being with you all. It was great seeing so many of you out in Dallas, Fort Worth. And so if this is something that helps you, this is something you can share with your team. This is not just limited to jumping on here right now. You can share this with the people that you have in your organization. If you have a team of, 2, 3, 4, 5, 10, 50, 100 people, just imagine what it would be like if all of them went for their A players. Like if all of them went for the top people on their list, what would that do to your organization? How would your business grow over the next 30, 60, or 90 days? So feel free to share and or tag people in the replay. So guys, that is it. It's been so great spending some time with you. Until next time, go out there, live life to the full. Conquer your fears and go get everything that God has in store for you. Take care, my friends. Be blessed, and I will see y'all next time.